Hi, it's Hans at ahappierman.com. Today's topic is heal after a divorce. It's been quite a few years since my divorce, and I just thought I'd throw out a few ideas for you if you're just recently divorced, or if you're thinking about getting divorced, and what it might be like after, and how long it might take you to kind of heal and get your life back on track afterwards. It might take a good long while. If you were married long enough and you had children, and the reason you left was your wife was really, really hard on you, yeah, it's going to take you some time to heal. And you should allow yourself plenty of time for the healing. It will take, you kind of have to think of it will take what it takes. If you break your leg, it takes what it takes for that leg to heal. If you get a bad cut, it takes what it takes, right? You go on surgery of some sort, it's going to take what it takes. And the emotional and the emotional trauma, the financial devastation, the tearing your life apart is serious business that you're gonna need to heal from. So you gotta figure that it's gonna take you a good long while to heal. But if you will heal if you're intent on the healing. And of course, if you stay married to the wrong woman for you, you're always going to be broken. You're always going to be damaged. Your life is always going to be very, very poor compared to how much better your life can be once you escape from a disaster marriage and get out on your own, and maybe have a chance for a different relationship more to your liking. But the healing, on a simple terms, when I left my wife, I just spent a lot of time sleeping, and that helped me to heal. I just was exhausted from being with her. I was up early going to work. I was up late working around the house. I was up always worried. You couldn't relax that much, always on pins and needles what she might say or do. So I kind of was like exhausted for a long time. When I would I'd go to bed early, and I still had to work, so I still had to get up early all the time. But I would go to bed early. I would take opportunities to nap when I could. When I was married, even if I was tired, like napping was like a no-no, right? You shouldn't be napping. That's sinful. You should be working around the house. She liked to stay up late, even though I had to get up early, and she always wanted me kind of up late with her doing a lot of stuff we didn't really need to do. But anyway, I was tired and exhausted, and looking back now at the things I've learned lately about proper eating, I was eating lots of the wrong things. We erroneously were eating tremendous amounts of carbohydrate and sugar, thinking that's what we should eat, and finding out that you really should probably eat more meat. So that was part of the energy drain too, and just the natural beating down of my self-esteem and confidence. And as I detail in my book, Leave Your Wife and Become a Happier Man, the 3-step system, available on the ahappierman.com website. I was verbally abused by her, and it took a toll on me, and that sleeping kind of helped to start to heal. Another thing that I started to do to help me heal was to talk about what I went through. I talked about it with my mom and my dad. I talked about it with my brother and my sister. I talked about it with friends, and that helped too, to shine the light on things, because I had never brought this up before. I never confided in anybody on how bad she was treating me during the marriage. I I didn't want to do that. Again, I kind of lay that out why I did that in the book. And I think a lot of guys, though, would be the same as me. You won't want to talk about this poor treatment. It's embarrassing, for one thing. You don't know who to talk to about it, for another. You don't really want to talk to your family because you're hoping she'll change and get nice, and you don't want your family to be suspicious of her, right? That's kind of what I thought about it, why I didn't. But after I left, I started talking about it, kind of getting it out there, getting it out of my system. And I even wrote the book. I wrote the book about it, so it's out there. I've got some articles and things like that. And I think if you have this terrible situation in your life, you're going to want to talk about it, and that will help you to heal, instead of just keeping it bottled up inside, where it can fester and cause various diseases. Now, truthfully, I had so much pain and so much frustration and misery that I am a little worried about my long-term health, that I think that living the way I lived isn't good for anyone. So I'm a little bit worried about that. So it's part of the reason I'm intent on having fun and enjoying my life and trying to share that with you, so you maybe can learn from one man's horrible life circumstances to not deal with that for too long. Get yourself together and leave. But yeah, the talking about it, that's a healing mechanism. In addition to the sleeping, I like to be, let's say, comfortable. I like to have like proper furniture and circumstances that I can sit around with my feet up when I'm working on my computer, my personal computer, when I'm looking at my phone, when I'm watching TV, when I'm reading a book, when I'm reading articles, when I'm sitting around thinking. I like to sit around in a reclining chair or couch, or with my feet up on something. Or I think that relaxation in that manner helps you. I really think it helps you to heal. It gets the pressure off your feet, gets the pressure off your legs. There's nothing better than having a real comfortable place to sit. And again, with the marriage, we had a lot of fancy furniture, but none of it was comfortable. I've learned to not do that. I like comfort. I like a very comfortable vehicle like this, right? Where this truck, where it's big and it's safe and it's comfortable and you can easily drive a long way and you're safer than in a small car. Comfort and comfortable and safe. Healing is part of, I'm doing things for my health, the things that I didn't really do as a married man, going to the dentist, getting proper dental care, taking care of these old problems, and I've made tremendous progress healing my tooth problems over time. Health, I wouldn't say I do any real doctoring, other than if I have an issue, I go and take care of it. Like I've had a couple of hernias, I've had them surgically repaired, and that's all great. All worked out great to have that done. If I have minor medical things, I go and take care of them. I do get testosterone replacement therapy. That really helps aging men quite a bit to make you feel much, much better. It's not a cure-all, but it certainly does help you. I'm trying to, eat more properly, which I guess when you do a lot more thinking and research and testing, you find out you probably should be eating more meat than you are. I know when I was married, I think my wife, in an effort to cut costs, we had very little meat, and let's say if I was trying to have a little more meat, she'd get so upset. I think intuitively I knew I needed the meat for my own health and vitality, and intuitively she didn't want me to be healthy or vital, so she denied it. But that it could be just a total miseducation about that. But I think we're all miseducated about how much meat and protein we really do need, and it appears like we need a lot more than you'd normally think of eating. And then the other thing about the healing is you just put it in your mind that you're going to keep making adjustments to whatever bad situation you're in. You are going to have to adjust your way out of, like, whatever. If you're not happy, if something is making you frustrated and it's a problem for you, well, that's your cue that you've got to make some kind of change to deal with it. So that helps you heal. You're never going to heal if you're if you're constantly, whatever's causing you the pain is never going away. You're never going to heal. So let's say in a bad marriage like I had, I was never going to heal from it staying in the marriage. You have to get out of the marriage to have any chance of healing. Of course, there's no guarantee. I'm not saying your life is going to be so hunky-dory after you leave your wife. It may be worse for a variety of reasons, but certainly it has no chance of getting better if you stay married. So why don't you give that idea a lot of thought? You will heal after your divorce if you allow yourself time, and you have to allow time. It's not going to happen overnight. My healing is like years in the making, but the thing you might want to keep in mind about this healing taking a long time is, so what? This is your life. You deserve a great life, and if you're in a bad marriage, you got to get out and have a chance to heal. And just because you're not totally healed doesn't mean you can't have a great life, right? Just because I didn't wait till I'm totally healed to start enjoying my life. As soon as I left my wife, I set about having a good life. Almost immediately, I got busy on doing things to make my life better. Almost immediately, and that's a topic for a different day. So you will heal after your divorce. All for now.